The studio that has made nothing but Pokémon for over 30 years just built a dark, mature action RPG with sword combat and a post-apocalyptic wasteland. No creatures to catch, no gym badges. This is Beast of Reincarnation and it lands on August 4th. Here's what you need to know before you buy. Let's start with the setup because it's a long way from Pallet Town. The year is 4026. Japan is a ruined wasteland consumed by a parasitic corruption called the Blight. You play as Emma, a sealer, an outcast rejected by society because the Blight lives inside her. And you're not alone. You travel with Ku, a blighted dog who, by every rule of this world, should be your natural enemy. Instead, the two of you head out together, hunting the source of the corruption. Game Freak calls it a one-person, one-dog action RPG, and that partnership is the emotional core of the entire thing. The combat is where it gets interesting, because it isn't a straight hack and slash. It blends real-time swordplay with command-based tactics, closer in shape to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth than to a pure action game. Emma also grows plant-like vines from her hair, and she uses them to swing across broken terrain, climb structures and drop down on enemies from above. So, traversal and combat are tied together rather than being separate systems. And Ku isn't set dressing. In a hands-on preview, Game Informer highlighted that your parries directly feed your dog, fight well, and your companion gets stronger. That's a smart design choice. It means the dog isn't an AI escort you're babysitting, he's a system you're actively powering. The world itself shifts under you too. Game Freak describes dynamic biomes where a barren wasteland can suddenly erupt into dense forest in real time. That's not just for looks. The terrain changes and new enemies spawn, so you're adapting while you travel. It's a striking idea, though how well it works in practice is exactly the kind of thing you only find out once people are playing it. Now, the part you genuinely need to hear before pre-ordering. First, and this surprised a lot of people, this isn't quite the Game Freak project it looks like from the outside. In January it came out that only a small portion of Game Freak's staff worked on it directly. The studio handled creative direction and project management, while much of the actual development was outsourced to external partners. That doesn't mean the game is bad, but if you're buying it purely because the Pokémon team made it, that's worth knowing. Second, this is Game Freak's first AAA title outside of Pokémon, built in Unreal Engine 5, an engine and a genre the studio has no track record with. When it was revealed on an Xbox stage, the reaction across the community was basically disbelief that this was the same studio. Ambition is great. Delivering on it at this scale first try is a different question. And third, at the time I'm recording this, there are no reviews out yet. Nobody outside the previews has finished it. So anyone telling you right now whether it's great or a disaster is guessing. So here's my read. Beast of Reincarnation is one of the most intriguing swings of the year. A beloved studio stepping completely outside its comfort zone with a melancholy, story-driven RPG about a woman and her dog surviving the end of the world. It runs $60, it's around 30 to 40 hours, and it's single player only. But the smartest thing about this launch is that it's day one on Game Pass. If you subscribe, you can play the whole thing at no extra cost and decide for yourself. If you don't, my honest advice is simple. Wait a couple of days for the first reviews, then buy. There's no reason to gamble $60 on launch day when the answer is coming that fast. Hit subscribe for more honest breakdowns like this.